Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. This is the shopping cart. It doesn't have any manufacturer name, anything like that. And I'm about to find out if it'll off-road. Of course, this is the toilet paper for Americans. This is the toilet roll hoarding edition that I believe came out back when there was the worldwide hoarding of toilet paper, and we all thought that the pandemic meant that none of us were going to be able to wipe our butts. Yes, that's how I'm choosing to start off this video. Deal with it. We are once again back on Project Homecoming. I know it looks a lot like GTA Online, but don't be fooled, it is not GTA Online. I mean, there's some giveaways. The icons are a little different. There's extra props if you look closely, if you know what you're looking for. There are extra props front, and hey, there's a speedometer in the bottom left-hand corner. Somebody just now looked down there and was like, I'll be damned. You've probably watched hundreds of Bruffy videos and never noticed that. So for that one person, you're welcome. There is a speedometer. But yeah, the shopping cart is in the meme category on Project Homecoming, and that is primarily the category of vehicles that we're going to be testing. There are going to be a few from other categories, like they've got a miscellaneous category, I believe, that I'll be pulling some vehicles from there, and maybe just one or two other ones that I'm just interested in doing that might not be quite so memey, but is that a word, memey? I don't know. It almost sounds like you're saying meme wrong, doesn't it? But it's like meme with a Y on the end of it. Meme. Meme. So yeah, I used to have a roommate who pronounced meme wrong. He called them memes. He's like, I really love memes. I'm like, you love what? I thought it was like trying to indicate that he had something for like old ladies and like memas, memes. But no, he was just saying meme wrong. Anyway, it's early in the morning, and I really shouldn't record voiceovers this early in the morning. However, I did just spend more than 2 minutes talking about something other than the vehicle that we're racing in. So if you're playing a little off-road bingo and you've got that tile on your card, congratulations. You just got a little checkbox, a little box that you can check off or mark or whatever. Click, tap. But if you're not playing World Off-Road Bingo, well, why? Why are you not playing? Click the link in the description down below, get rear-ended by Commander Hobo, and then click on Generate New Card, and then tap or click as things happen on your screen. It works with Project Homecoming just as well as it works with anything else. As usual, please pardon my sniffles. I just live in a permanent allergy state. I am a big, giant, walking sinus. Anyways, the shopping cart, it's a go-kart. I mean, underneath it's just a go-kart. So, it's not a turn in the most impressive times. It does have trouble with bushes and some smaller obstacles. But overall, it's performing quite well. It's up to the top of the mountain. 3 minutes, 18 seconds. So, will it off-road? I mean, sure, why not? Like I said, it's a go-kart. So I don't know that, you know, if you're on Project Homecoming and you're just messing about, that, you know, this is the one you really want to take to Mt Chiliad. God, I love that police car over there. I think that's the Vigero Rambler or something like that. I love it. And then Hobo was over there in the Inventero Phobos. So, very, very cool stuff. And oh my God, I got Toreeeero'd. That's the next car we're going to be testing. Speaking of, the shopping cart is currently third out of 4 meme vehicles that we've tested. Go figure. It is 30 seconds faster than the habanero roll. No big surprise there. But it is 37 seconds slower than the next vehicle that we are going to be looking at, which we've already had a sneak peek at. Being at the top of the mountain, so you might know where that one's going, but it's still a fun one to watch because it's a long boy, that's for sure. Long and skinny. So if that's your preference, boy, you're in for a treat. Like I said, I really shouldn't record voiceovers first thing in the morning. It's not late in the morning, not like I stayed up into the wee hours in the morning. No, I woke up in the wee hours in the morning this time. So, you know, here I am. My sleep schedule is non-existent. It just, my body is just like, now would be a good time to sleep, and then I sleep. And then I get up when I wake up. And yeah, and people are like, that sounds wonderful. No, it's not. It really isn't. It really isn't. But continuing down, I'm pretty sure everybody, okay, hobo, enough of that. I'm pretty sure everybody's in a different car than what they climbed the mountain with. Except maybe J-Bo's. He might have stuck to what he was in. No, you don't get to honk at me, hobo. You hit me. And now you're tailgating. See, you're not following the safe distance, hobo. Shame on you. Hobo's now yelling back at me furiously. He is, I promise you. Yep, see, look, unsafe following distances. So I didn't have any issues myself in this controlled descent. I just had hobo issues. So, and I can hear it now. He's like, oh, fuck you. Yeah, I know he's yelling at his screen right now. Hi, hobo. Now I'm having knee issues. But I wouldn't be having as many issues if it weren't for hobo, so I'm still going hobo. Azan is just in a ditch down there. I don't know how he got down there, but hey, whatever. 5M is a lot of fun to play with, though, because there's a lot of really cool little vehicles that are on the server that aren't in GTA Online. Plus, everything has been tweaked and kind of gone over, so performance can be a little better, sometimes a little worse. And handling a little bit better, all the good stuff, just to make things a little bit more balanced. And so it's kind of a fun thing to get to play with for a while. And again, we are on the testing server, so we're not, hopefully getting in anyone's way. We're just getting the testing server, coming over here and driving into a sign. I thought I could fit under, but then I remembered I have all this paper products behind me, and that wasn't going to work. So we are finally down as everybody else is ready to go back up in 3 minutes, almost 28 seconds. So now, through the magic of editing, we are back at the top of Mt Chiliad. If you watch the behind-the-scenes version of the video, you get to see us drive back up. Ooh! And you can see other outtakes, other things that don't make it into the public video. However, the public video, you do get to see me be stuck for a while on a boulder. Yeah, this is a bit unfortunate. Don't worry. You can tell by the length of the video that there's still more stuff to come. We'll be fine. But yeah, the behind-the-scenes version of the video features some bits that I don't edit out. Namely, the run back up the mountain. Wow, the engine's rolling. Not only the run back up the mountain, and then some of the little bits that I trim between the different scenes. Oh, hey, hobo. I think he was waiting on me. No, he's just stuck too. And it features, instead of my voiceover, you still get to hear me, but it's our conversation in Discord as we're recording, which can lead to lots of people screaming, not out of anger, but out of frustration or fear, sometimes just depression because of the sad state that their vehicle is in and they're stuck and they're having a bad time. Some people have a very bad time sometimes with off-road. I'm usually one of them, as I'm right now just tumbling downhill in a shopping cart. Or, for some of you, a shopping trolley. See, I am a citizen of the planet. I know all the names for shopping carts. In some places in America, they're called buggies. I don't really understand that. Matter of fact, I live in one of those places. It's like, get a buggy. It's like, get a what? A buggy. In the cart? Yeah, a buggy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, God, this thing does have bad engine rattle. And now I do, too. This hobo just took a lot of my health. But anyways, you can see the behind-the-scenes version by being a channel supporter. It took me a while to get there, didn't it? You can become a channel supporter either here on YouTube by clicking on join. At the time of the recording, we had one, but that person chose not to renew, so we don't have any members. So you could be a trendsetter, a go-getter, just setting up that fashion scene. Oh my God, this thing is so bad. And you can join right here on YouTube to become a channel supporter. We are down 2 minutes, 26 seconds. We're going to pause talking about behind the scenes and take a look at the damage. It has a few scratches. Sometimes the exhaust looks damaged, sometimes it doesn't. It has engine damage, and I have diagnosed it as a hoarder. Nobody needs that much toilet paper. I'm looking at my dad. He has that much out in our garage. There's our support vehicles. I kid you not, he does. And there's a shot of him from the back, and then that's going to bring us to our next vehicle for today. The Pegassi Toreeeeero. Yes, it has 5 E's. This is great. I never noticed when Bruffy was racing this thing that there is a giant TV in the back. Sadly, we couldn't get anybody in the back of this. Like, apparently those aren't really seats. I don't know. But this is indeed a long, skinny boy. And we're off. But yes, my dad really does hoard paper products. Like, so in our garage, I've got this aluminum ladder, like a big extension ladder. And it's pretty big because I used to have a 2.5-story house. And I needed a ladder to be able to get to the top of it. So it's like a 28-foot ladder. So it's 14 foot long when it's halfway down. And it's hanging on the wall. And then along the top of that, he uses that as a shelf to store paper towels and toilet paper. Because every time he goes to the grocery store, he buys like a ton of it because he's still convinced there's going to be a run on it and not ever be able to find any, because like 1 week when he went to the grocery store, there wasn't any. So yeah, my dad does all the grocery shopping in our family. I don't know how that happened, but that's what it is. Ooh, I had a bit much speed there and nearly went off the mountain. But yeah, back to talking about behind the scenes. Become a member here on YouTube, or if you like, and make a monthly pledge over on patreon.com/Vainglorious Gaming, which will pop up where the Twitch thing is right now eventually. Or you can also become a Twitch subscriber, whether it be through a gift subscription, whether it's through your Prime, your free Prime subscription, because you get a free subscription to any Twitch channel of your choice at no additional cost to you with Twitch Prime. That's right, bring in Rockstar News and we'll let Offroad. Or if you just outright pay for a Twitch subscription. All three of those, if you have your respective service, YouTube, Patreon, or Twitch, linked to your Discord account, and you're a member of the Vainglorious Discord server, which you should be, because what are you doing with your life if you're not? That will automatically grant you a role in the Vainglorious Discord to get you access to the Vainglorious supporters channels, where I post the links to the behind the scenes version of the video. And dear God, that only took me, what, 35 minutes to explain all that this week? I feel like I've not talked about anything else. Hey, I'm still total hashtag sellout. You know, what are you gonna do? I want to make money off of this. Why else would I be making these YouTube videos? It's not like I enjoy it anymore. No, I do. I will still like making YouTube videos. Actually, I do. It's just I've been in a bit of a creative slump of what to do for new stuff. And oddly, I stop uploading regularly and the channel's growing faster than ever. I'm not sure how to interpret that, but we're up in 2 minutes, 41 seconds. So will it off-road? Ding, yes, it will. Yes, I know my ding and the ding in the video weren't in sync. I apologize. Oh, somebody's honking at me for it. Okay. Anyways, so it's time to head back down for our controlled descent, which is a little bit more scary than coming up. It went up the mountain, no problems. I mean, really, it's a big, long car. So yeah, there was some places where I got a little high-centered, but not too bad. And some corners that it didn't want to quite get around. And because the, wheels are so far up from, like, where cars pivot in GTA, it seems like they kind of pivot over about the what would normally be the midsection of the car. For this car, that felt, ooh, God. This felt like it was kind of like right in front of where the engine compartment is there. Oh my God, that boulder. Boulder caused a bit of calamity, but we're past it. We're fine. We're dealing with it. So it took a little while to get used to when and where to turn because of how it felt like it was pivoting. I don't know. It could have been just a perceived thing, and maybe it's fine. Oh, hobo and a sob, nice. I don't know what it's called in Project Homecoming, but it's a sob. Look at it. Yeah, there we go. Talk about tight corners. These are definitely those. I'm gonna have to do multi-point turn here. Everybody getting impatient behind me, but I mean, what did they expect? They probably expected me just to floor it and fall off the mountain so they could just lol all day long, but it didn't happen. I am more competent than that, at least today. Some days I might not be. No, I usually don't fall off the mountain. I usually don't fall off the mountain. Last week was kind of an exception. Usually the only time I fall off the mountain is when I mean to fall off the mountain, which is during the damage descent. Which, you know, after going up and down this mountain, what now, 800 times, I have kind of gotten all the little bumps and nooks and crannies kind of figured out. So there's not a whole lot of surprises for me on Mount Chiliad anymore. And even think spending that much time in the game, I would have seen everything. But no, I still see new stuff. Maybe not up here at the mountain, but in the city, in Toledo Bay, just constantly. It's like, oh, I've never seen this thing before. What thing am I talking about? I don't know. It's something different every time. So coming around the last couple bends in the dirt, this thing has handled exceptionally well. I don't know if it's all-wheel drive or wheel-wheel drive. I listed it in the stats spreadsheet as rear-wheel drive. I never really tested it. It didn't feel like it was all-wheel drive. It felt like the back wheels were, you know, spinning, and I never really felt a whole lot of pull from those front wheels. So I'm assuming rear-wheel drive, but like I said, I never actually really tested that out. But we're down 2 minutes, 56 seconds, so we're going to take it back to the top of Mount Chiliad. It was really difficult to get this shot. Getting the camera to go behind it with people behind me was kind of a challenge. It kept, like, making my camera look like I was going into first person, but I wasn't in first person, but it kept shoving the camera up into the cockpit of the car. And so people had to kind of back up a little bit farther away from me than they normally would have. Yeah, we got there in the end. But it did make that shot a little tricky to get. So, yeah, I'm now taking a giant super limo. I don't know, what do you call a limousine that's made off of a supercar? Obviously, it's ruined everything that's supercar about it if you add, you know, an extra 10 feet of car to it. Which that's, you know, pretty much the standard 120-inch stretch. For like a party type limo, you know, you see the big long boys that are driving around. You know, executive limos tend to only be like 30 to 60-inch stretches at most, just to add a bit of extra rear leg room, maybe a place for a bodyguard to sit. But the party limos, wedding limos, things like that, they tend to be the full 120s. I know all this because I used to hang out with a guy who owns a limo manufacturing company. It's true. I know a lot of car guys, okay? But we are down in our damage descent with a Toreeeero, 1 minute, 26 seconds. Let's take a look at the damage and see how it fared. Most of the lights are gone. The matter of fact, if I recall, the flip-up lights won't flip up anymore. There is front bumper damage. The right side doors are gone. The front is gone. And the remaining doors won't close. And I'm also hanging out with somebody who doesn't know not to ram me. There are our support vehicles from the front and from the back. One of them features a donkey on top. I know it looks like a human being. Trust me, that is a donkey. And that is going to wrap it up for this week's Will It Off-Road. We will be back next week with some more meme vehicles. And until we get a new DLC, we'll keep doing Project Homecoming meme vehicles. So until next time, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.